There he is.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good morning. So I think we can start. Then, first of all, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you had a good, relaxing time in the past weeks. More or less.
Yes, was good.
Okay.
Happy New Year to everyone, and also to the Broadcom colleagues.
Perfect. Good. Then let's go over the items from last time. That was December 12th. So we had an issue with the Windows stem cell, but that one has been resolved. And yeah, I unpaused the stem cell update job, and now the new stem cell and Windows FS GRUT are working again. So that one was even, released already. Yeah, so 79 had something breaking and the new one is working again. So that one is fine. The Noble stem cell validation is, of course, still in place, and we are still collecting all issues, and I think we have no updates. So the rep job is still failing, and Oliver, you already reminded Maria or asked her what the progress is. Okay,
Yeah.
don't know
No
if
update.
she's
No update so far.
no update so far. Yeah. Okay, yeah, maybe let's check again next week. Don't know if she's ping or not. And EXC release, is there anything last month? Okay, so also likely no update so far. Okay, temporary enable v2 as we want to change the default for enable v2 to false mid of January. Yeah, Oliver, I don't know, have you already planned a story for that one? It's almost trivial, but you need to do some announcements.
No, so far not.
Okay.
I think the change itself will happen in the copy release because the default, so it's even no ops file needed. And but the release, then I will, we will talk about it. It has to be a major release and prominent release notes. I can make a proposal, but
Okay.
Yeah.
This means you will ping me, Stephan Merker.
Yeah,
Ready.
I will do it. I plan it, the change and copy, let's say for next week, and we have to wait for a copy release, and then it comes. So in 2 weeks probably.
And our part would be then creating the release and adding your release notes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I think we don't need here then a special backlog item on our side. We cover this as part of the existing one.
Yeah.
Part of ongoing activities. Okay. Okay, then to the new items. So that has been created by you, Dave. Yes, right?
Yeah, I got to work on this last week while things were quiet. So we now have a workflow to run the unit tests, both against PRs to the main branch and commits to the main branch directly. There aren't many unit tests, it's just there's a few in the runner package, but this at least will run those. And then there is a concourse pipeline similar to the CATs pipeline that will exercise DRATs. Currently, it's using the CATs environment. I didn't want to stand up a whole new environment just for this because it's going to run so infrequently. So it's just claiming the CATs environment, deploying the latest version of CF deployment, and then running the required errands and then running the DRATs suite itself. So it's just pushing NFS and SMB
the
brokers.
brokers, and
Right.
then we have our, well, yeah, DRATs.
Yeah.
One passed. Okay, perfect. What's the trigger?
So the
This-
trigger is basically anything that's not a CI change. So
Okay.
it doesn't trigger if we change the pipeline or if we change the GitHub workflow.
Uh-huh.
But it will trigger if any of the actual tests are changed.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's cool. So
So
we
I
have,
think this wraps up our adoption of DRATs into the working group. That it should now be a fully support.
yes. Now we, yeah. Okay, I guess now we have migrated and adopted all features and pipelines and workflows.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Cool.
And the next one was also, what was that one?
So this was the driving force behind it. I needed to get a change validated. We were running into trouble with some of our older environments that had different versions of the Golang build pack and the credhub test apps. go.mod was they were specifying a specific patch release of Go 122, which wasn't available in the build pack. And so I was the first commit that you can see there. I made changes to the Go mods to make them less prescriptive in the line of CATs. So it just specifies a major minor version and lets the patch release float so that it's deployable with a wider range of Go versions. The rest of the commits here are all the CI changes to get everything working, which is why the whole PR is quite large, but really it's just that first commit that is the important part.
Okay, good. Okay, it's all merged, right? We don't need any
Yes.
reviews.
Yeah, no, Carson took care of reviewing it earlier this week.
Okay.
So we're good to go there. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Perfectly tested disaster recovery. Oops, sorry. Good. Then a small update on the file-based service bindings feature. So the feature is still under development. So some, actually, yeah, a number of pull requests still need to be merged and released from Diego side. But what we have done is created a new acceptance test for this feature. So the idea is that we enhanced this catnip app a little bit. The app can expose all kind of internal data from an application container to the outside for testing, and we added a file endpoint so that you can retrieve all files from the container through a web API. This is, of course, a huge security hole, but okay, it's for testing. And with that, we can test like this if file-based service bindings do work by checking if all these files are present in the container and have the desired content. This is nowhere active at the moment. So the idea is that when the feature is completely developed, we can activate the feature with that was a CFC feature flag, right? Or not?
No, it's a per application feature flag.
It's per, right. Okay, so we don't need a new feature flag. We just need to activate this test, and it will
exactly
Yeah,
this line.
that this is the magic. Yeah,
Mhm.
forgot it already. It was 4 weeks ago. So this is how you enable this feature with an app feature flag and this patch call. Yeah, and when the feature is ready, we can then run these tests on one of the environments. Okay, that was all from my side. Any other business?
Jochen, should we shortly mention the incompatible change regarding Diego and the envoy?
Yes, sorry, right.
I think this is
It was
worth maybe.
opened.
Yeah.
I think Aftab opened it 12 minutes ago.
Ah,
Okay,
just in time.
I thought this was for next time then. Yeah, this is a very interesting bug, which popped up. Yeah, well, during my vacation. So the problem is that update to the latest CF deployment versions can fail if there are still multiple stacks deployed. Like we have here at SAP, we have still CF Linux FS3 and FS4. And then applications may crash because the Diego executor chooses the wrong stack for the envoy and also for the health check sidecars. And yeah, bug is here in these Diego versions, and Aftab managed to reproduce this and describe this in detail. So for us in CF deployment, there is actually nothing to do. Yeah, we ship one stack at the moment, and this one is validated and everything works. But for foundations which still use 2 stacks, we will add a small announcement to or a note to the releases saying that they should not upgrade to these versions until the Diego bug is fixed. Aftab, do you have more technical details? You want to add anything?
Aftab, you are muted, just in case you're already speaking.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I have more than that. I just try to add that one. Only one thing is the 2.112. Still, I'm just looking at it, but seems it's the same issue. So yeah, no further. And there are also people are complaining that some are using FS2 also. So, and I'm not sure about the future if FS5 comes up, because yeah, the main concern is about the Go map structure which is used. So yeah. This is all so far.
And do I understand correctly? So the executor uses an unsorted map, and sometimes it picks the wrong stack. And do I understand this right? This would be the fix.
Yes, this is the fix.
Okay.
By creating this dev release, and when you deploy it, it's no more an issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And I think so. I've just added this Slack channel message. It's more detail, like completely in-depth detail is there also by other community members shared. So if you scroll up a little bit, yes, there is this.
This one.
Yeah.
Can I open this in Slack?
Yeah, it's still the old message in the Diego channel. We have it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay, then.
So this points exactly more. And if you look at
this one here,
yes.
right? Okay. Yeah.
If you scroll up a little bit more, you see here the whole in detail, in depth. For example, what the rep is doing, how the values are passed. And yeah.
Okay.
This one.
Good. Okay. So yeah. So after you would then add or update the release notes mentioning this bug for our last releases.
Yes. I just need to do that one. Yeah.
Great.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Great. Thanks. Well, good. But if this is the fix and someone is able to cut a new Diego release in the next days, then we should be fine. Yes?
Just a question maybe towards Dave and Carson. Do you have the same issue on Broadcom side that you have consumers on this old CF Linux FS3, or are you quicker with your consumers?
we do still have old versions that include CF Linux FS3.
Okay.
And yes, we are running into this same issue. I hadn't. We'd only just attempted to bump to an affected version in the last couple of days, and I hadn't had a chance to debug it, but I know that they are failing. So this explains why. So yeah. So yeah, hopefully we get a fix out fairly soon.
Yeah. So our workaround was to pin Diego to version, what was it, 2.107 or something.
Yeah.
And it even works
107.
with and it even works with 108 also.
108. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this means with 109 the incompatible change was introduced, right? Or is this still something that you validate? I think the question was 109 or 1.1, no? Aftab.
Yeah, 109. Yeah, 109.
109. Okay. Yep.
Okay, this also triggered an interesting technical debate whether things should be statically or dynamically linked. So the problem is that the envoy process does not find a certain library in the operating system, and if it would have been statically linked. But okay, this is not for us to resolve or decide.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Anything else?
Nothing from our side.
Nope, I think we're good.
Okay. And that would be all for today. Then thanks for attending and have a nice day or a nice evening.
All right.
Nice day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.